The benefits of singing are many. It brings joy to so many people. But who would have believed that singing could be used as a powerful democratic force capable of changing a nation's history? Never has the power of singing been so forcefully demonstrated to me than when I was introduced to the harrowing yet uplifting story of the Estonian singing revolution, where a whole nation used its spirit and its collective singing voice in a peaceful fight for independence. Estonia is in a prime position at the head of the Baltic Sea and has always been a target for foreign invaders. For centuries, it was under foreign rule until it finally gained independence in 1918. As for the Estonians, they are very proud of their language and their national culture. But more than anything, they love to sing. To celebrate these two passions, a national singing festival was established in 1869. Are you prepared for the magnitude of their love for singing? 25,000 singers, up to 25,000 singers from auditioned choirs throughout the land come to sing in this specially built arena in Tallinn. That's a huge number, 25,000. On top of that, if you see how big that stadium is now with all these people in it, 300,000 in the audience. Up to 300,000. That's a third of the population of Estonia. These gigantic singing festivals would take place every 4 years or so, up until the Second World War. Then, in 1941, after only 2 decades of successful independence, under a secret pact with Hitler, the Soviets invaded Estonia. They exacted a terrible human price. Estonians were tortured, shot, or deported in animal trucks to Siberian camps. Quotas meant ordinary people were simply lifted from the streets or dragged from their homes. Their greatest fear was a knock at the door. On one night in 1941, more than 10,000 people were shot, deported, or arrested. A third of them were children. Less than half of them returned. Ever since then, that date has always been commemorated in Estonia as a day of mourning. In an incredible coincidence, that date is today, the 14th of June, and it too was a Friday. If we ever take democracy for granted, this is not an alternative we should wish for. How did the Estonians fight back? They sang. They sang in protest in 1947 when the Song Festival was allowed to be resumed. The Soviets had commandeered the festival for the singing of communist propaganda songs in praise of Stalin and Soviet life. But the Estonians had other ideas. Their conductor, Gustav Ernesaks, had written a very beautiful nationalistic song, which was secretly circulated to all the choirs and somehow slipped through the Soviet censors. What must it have been like to sing that for the very first time in defiance? It instantly became an unofficial national anthem. It's not the national anthem, it's an unofficial one. And guess what? The Soviets banned it from then on. They sang in protest again in 1969, which was the 100th anniversary of the opening of the National Song Festival. On this occasion, Mu Isamaa, which is the song that Gustav Ernesaks wrote, it means my fatherland, Mu Isamaa was expressly forbidden, as was the wearing of traditional national costume. However, at the end of the event, after singing Soviet propaganda songs for 2 days, the choir refused to leave the stage. And they started to sing Mu Isamaa without a conductor. The Soviets they told a military brass band that was there to play loudly, to try and drown them out. But they were no match for the 100,000 Estonians that were in the audience that joined in to sing the song again and again and again. At last, the Soviets, in an attempt to save face, invited the conductor, this was 20 years later, invited Gustav Ernesaks up to officially conduct the national anthem. Muisama was never banned again. The final significant protest was in 1988, this time at a rock concert in Tallinn's Old Town Square, when a huge crowd joined the band in singing the band's patriotic songs. Wary of Soviet reaction, the lead singer suggested that they transfer to the singing fields. Massive crowds continued to gather and sing, but the most magical moment of all was the sudden sighting of an Estonian flag. Not seen for nearly 50 years, there it was, heralded like a vision from a lone motorbike. Astonishingly, Moscow did not act on this. Word got out, and crowds of up to 200,000 gathered for 6 consecutive nights, 6 nights, to sing and wave their cherished, long-concealed Estonian flags. After that, there was no going back. Full independence was regained in 1991. In commemoration of Estonia's Day of Mourning, we would like to sing for you the first verse of Muisama.